Good evening, folks. I'm Austin from the LH Store. We got a new tornado warning. This is for parts of the area. This includes southern Franklin County. It's until 7 p.m. You see we got an echo hook starting to form. This is just moving. This is moving right into Charleston right now. Nothing appears to be on the ground just at the moment, but there is rotation starting to strengthen, and we need to keep an eye on that and for the next little bit. I gotta post all this stuff that's going on. Appears that this storm has strengthened over the last 10 minutes or so, and that's started to rotate. It started to rotate here in Fort Chaffee. Now it's starting to rotate even more, so that's probably what gave out the warning. Alright, if you give me just a second, this is now moving through, it's now starting to go over Highway 217 near intersection 217, or near 217 and 22 where they meet. Moving to the northeast. Alright, so this is now, I see this is now moving over the highway. The winds right now are probably only around 45 miles an hour. Our correlation conjunction is showing I don't think there's any sign of a tornado on the ground yet, just some rotation. And here's where that hail is. There is some hail up to our quarter size right now. This is it's near the Branch area. Let's find that on maps. So the areas that'll be affecting will be 217. Small hail now moving to the north of Charleston right now. Let's see. It's going to be affecting North Rattlesnake Road, let's see, 60 out there, County Road 60, and then that's moving off right now to the northeast. Let's see if we can get a wind measure on that, and it's moving. The winds around 45 miles an hour. The rotation is now moving through just to the east of Charleston, right over downtown, and doesn't show any signs of put on the ground yet. Put this in full screen so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm looking at the 3D analyzer, and so that's where the storm's gonna be. Let's see if we can load our wind, and that's inside. That's where our wind's gonna be, so we'll need to watch for that. This is moving off to the east and northeast, and winds right now are around 50 miles an hour. As you can see, it's a good echo hook starting, really just gaining some strength. Looks like it's starting to get stronger. That rotation is starting to get stronger. So we need to keep an eye on that. From Charleston, there's Branch. It's going to be moving near Branch. Looks like a new radar update. starting to get more. Looks like it's starting to compact inside the main cells, so we're gonna need to watch on that, see what happens there, because usually most of these storms are gonna form on a one based echo hook cell or one based echo hook and starting to merge into the storm. So we'll need to watch just north. We'll need to watch on Highway 60, County Road 21 near Prairie Creek. Those areas, and near County Road 25, Landfill Road. So looks like a new wind update, and it is starting to weaken, which is pretty good. Some pretty good news. Looks like probably just a little spin up. If it even did hit the ground, it'd probably only be spin up because it's starting to. Rotation is starting to weaken right now. So then we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Johnson County until 7:15. And then we got this severe thunderstorm up here in northwest Arkansas. They issued this because it's starting to bow out, and the winds on that are near 60 miles per hour. This is moving through, about to move through the eastern side of Siloam Springs on Highway 412, about over Highway 16 and Highway 59. It's going to go through Gentry, probably just slightly to the east of Gentry, in Decatur. Just the west of Bentonville near Gravette and Bella Vista. But we're keeping our eye on this storm right here, and it is definitely weakening for sure, which is a really good thing from the last few scans, as you can see. It is weakening, which is really good. Well, this is the only little bit of what's going on right now tonight. We got more storms expected to fire up here in Oklahoma, northern Texas. Continuous storms to keep firing up here in our area, so we will definitely keep an eye on it for y'all. This storm doesn't appear to be rotating anymore. Basically, rotation is still rotating a little bit, but doesn't show any signs of producing a tornado right now. But there is some very heavy rain in it, and also the hail is probably up to near dime to nickel size. This is on the north side. This is on the north side of that potential echo hook right now. Moving towards Cecil, near I-40 and US 64. Ozark right now is some very heavy rain. This is going to continue to move off to our northeast pattern, so this rotation should be making it into the small rotation right now should be making it into a Cecil pretty soon. Still showing that rotation near Charleston. I'm not seeing anything too major right now out of that, which is good. Looks like this cell near this whole line right here looks to be producing around winds up to around 30-35 miles per hour. New scan showing, yeah, this is definitely weakening, which is good. The wind, there's still some winds on it, around 30, 35, 40 miles an hour. But that probably will not produce a tornado, which is a really good thing. The storm continues to blow off to the northeast right now. Moving into Ozark, Altus, Cohill, Harmony, Yale, Oark, and Cass up Highway 23 and the Pig Trail. We got more storms starting to form off to our west. Some near McCurtain, Brookshaw, Shady Point, Podo, Howe, Kinta, Stigler, Quentin. We got more storms form off the moving to the northeast. And that lightning bolt just shook my chair, literally. And I think that caused our radar to freeze a little bit. Here we go. So more storms moving off to the northeast. So let's look back on this if we can. If you got any damage reports, please send those in. You can email me at lhsweather@gmail.com. You can drop message me on Instagram at lhsweather or LHS_weather. Again, always drop message me at my personal account too, if you know that, at AllDayDaigle. And if you got our Snapchat, LHSweather, AllDayDaigle, you can message me, send me your damage pictures, reports, anything like that, so we know what's going on around the area. The rotation right now appears to be weakening, which is a really good thing. There is some pockets of strong winds in this storm, in this cell, around 30 miles an hour. So earlier we got this whole line just went through Eastern Greenwood, and we received 1.85 inches of rain in 15 minutes, which is astonishing. Even though the flooding potential is low, just stay alert for stuff like that. We already got some tree damage too, so stay alert. Just be careful. If you're doing anything, be careful. Watch out for these strong storms making their way through. Watch out for any down power lines if winds cause that, any down trees. Just be alert of your surroundings throughout the whole night, the whole evening, until this whole system blows through. And maybe if our radar would load. Rats. Yep. I think we took a hit here when that lightning bolt hit. Took a hit here at the station. Now nothing's wanting to load. Just fantastic. What you just got? Oh my radar right now is like being like crappy, slow a little bit. But we had a storm. We had that rotating storm go through Lavacan and Charleston, but it doesn't appear to be major or anything. You're on the air right now. If you want to tell everyone that's going on right now, Dixon and Lavaca right now, can you tell the viewers what's going on?
Yes, I can. I have to go.
It looks like we just lost him. Hopefully nothing too major out there. We just lost Nick. well, audio wise. The storm's blowing through Cecil. They should allow this tornado warning to be canceled. Nothing too much. Whole thing's gonna blow through Ozark in a minute, or it's right now. Is there any hail on this? Here's some small, probably marble-sized hail moving through Cecil. About to go through I-40 near Mulberry. So this whole front should be out of here by 11 o'clock, or by after 1 a.m. tonight. We got more storms forming off to our west along the actual cold front, and that'll pose a bigger damaging wind risk, and that'll be more widespread for our area. But right now we're going to deal with these tornadoes, like the tornadic supercells, for the next few hours. So we'll definitely keep you posted on this. I'm not seeing anything too major right now, except that we got a big thunderstorm about to blowing through Ozark, just to north of Ozark too. There's Cecil, and there is still rotating a little bit, not too much though, which is a really good thing. So we may get, so once this warning is canceled, we may get off the air. And it looks like we got a new tornado watch for the area. Tornado watch until 2 a.m. for the following Arkansas counties. Read these off in just a second. This is for Arkansas: Baxter, Benton, Boone, Bradley, Cohan, Carroll, Clark, Cleburne, Cleveland, Columbia, Conway, Craighead, Crawford, Cross, Dallas, Desha, Drew, Faulkner, Franklin, my phone will load, Fulton, Garland, Grant, Hempstead, Hot Spring, Howard, Independence, Izard, Jackson, Jefferson, Johnson, Lafayette, Lawrence, Lee, Lincoln, Little River, Logan, Lenoke, Madison, Marion, Miller, Monroe, Montgomery, Nevada, Newton, Washita, Perry, Phillips, Pike, Poinsett, Polk, Pope, Prairie, Pulaski, Randolph, Saline, Scott, Searcy, Sebastian, Sevier, Sharp, St. Francis, Stone, Union, Van Buren, Washington, White, Woodruff, and Yell County. So that is until 2 a.m. Tornado watch for most of Arkansas. And then we got the tornado watch out in Oklahoma right now. That's until 12 a.m. Alright, so that's moving through Cecil right now. Nothing too major. Let's see. Could be some offspring winds near 30 miles an hour near Webb City and Ozark. Highway 23. Probably a lot of lightning too. I can imagine the lightning right now too, so now I'm gonna check my comments on here. Let's see. This is from Haley Brook. It's a storm coming towards my house. You live in Ozark. Let's see here. So the main cell is moved out, and then you got this little cluster. Let's see if we can put that on storm track.
I will get to you in just a second, Ian. So the main hook of that, well, I don't think there's any other hooks coming through. It's going to move through Ozark, so you should be seeing around a good 35 miles per hour winds, and then this is going to be coming through Ozark. Depending on where Ozark you live, the main edge is going to be going through central Ozark, and then you got that cluster rain and wind right here going to be moving through the north side of Ozark near Highway 64, 40, 23, and 40. So on the northern edge of Ozark. Ian said, Ian Patrick from Levac. So, hey Austin, is Levac safe? So Levac right now is okay. Not like what some of the other folks got, like Greenwood, Charleston, Washburn, Branch. Levac did get hit by a pretty good chunk of that storm. Right now, at the moment, everything looks to be okay. We got more cells going to develop to our southwest and then move to our northeast. Nothing right now in the track, probably for the next 40 hour or two, but a new cell could develop anytime, so we do need to keep an eye on that, and we will keep you posted. See that, so that rotation is small rotation, so you can put a pinpoint track on that. Moving through Webb City. Oak Park is right here. There's the dam. There's 64 and then 40. So Whitaker Village just to the west. So, and it looks like this leaning edge of that is going to possibly move into the Ozark area in probably the next few minutes. In that, if we can find the winds, there's a good chunk of leaning edge winds near 30 miles an hour. Mainly just have very heavy rain. The wind's probably up to around 25-30 miles an hour. So let's see if there's any hail in here. Probably some marble-sized hail going to move into. That's going to be moved to the northeast. So near the truck stop and I-40, near those areas, 64 is getting it. Gonna watch out for that small hail too. It should be allowed to cancel this tornado warning right now. No more. I don't think there's too much rotation right now. So I can see if we can go in different tilts. And I guess we do need to watch right there. So up in the atmosphere, there's some strong upper level winds, but down at the surface, there's still probably 25 miles an hour winds. So we need to keep a watch on this outer edge right here. Make sure it doesn't start rotating again, because we just got a message from T-Man Moore wanting to know, second storm moving in, is it gonna sneak us? So here's what Future Track is showing. So we got all these developing storms moving through. These are just usually ahead of the and behind the warm front when it's moved through. You got all that Gulf moisture, and then you got this stream of winds moving to our northwest, and then you got convection winds moving to the northeast, and then when the time's right, a storm will spark, and then that could cause rotation. Usually that happens when it's close to the low pressure system, and then you got the cold front and dry line, and that dry line usually will spark a numerous amount of thunderstorms. And we're expecting just a line to develop somewhere in central Oklahoma. That's going to move through around 11 or midnight, and that'll mainly just have a damaging wind risk on the leaning edge. The tornado risk after that will drop tremendously, because you're not going to have any more of that support, because that cold front's just going to come blow right through. And but there still will be a spin up tornado risk on the leaning edge, because sometimes you can get those kinks in the radar, and usually that just causes some overall spin up sometimes. But after that, the everything's gonna go down. It'll clear up around 4 or 5 in the morning, and that's how it's gonna be. So we got another 5-6 hours to go. So we will probably come on and off the air sometimes, letting you know what's going on. But we do got your back. We are going through this too. We already have some tree damage outside the studio. So just don't worry. We got your back. We're watching Viper really closely. I've been watching Viper since around 4:30. So we will definitely keep an eye on this. Here. So new radar update, and it's now about to move right into Ozark. Probably just a little clip of this is going to move into Ozark, so no tornadoes or anything, just some very heavy rain, probably a little bit of wind too. Okay, well, looks like a little tiny kink just formed on the radar right there. So I'm gonna watch that. There's nothing going on too major that I'm looking at. Not as defined as most echo hooks, but still gotta keep an eye on it, because I've seen storms develop like crazy from nothing to a tornado in a matter of 15 minutes though. But still gonna keep an eye on this for sure. Alright, so this is about to move into Ozark. It looks like some wind, a little bit of wind about on the leaning edge, about to move through. This is around 25 miles an hour. Webb City is going to get a little bit of this action. I think this, for the most part, it's just going to clip Ozark for just about a minute or so, and it'll be out. It's not like up here in Cass where it's going to last like 30 minutes or so. But it's just going to be a little tiny clip. Just on the edge, and then just moving on out. But you do want to watch for that heavy rain, lightning, and a little bit of wind also, but it's nothing too much major, just a little clip. At least some of the big stuff is out of Ozark now than what it was earlier. And that was about 30 minutes ago. No, about 15. And I just got a question from Colton Paul. What about Van Buren? So Van Buren, let's go look at Van Buren right now. So it looks like there's some lat stuff forming in Van Buren right now. Looks to be that there is a cell starting to form out here near Point Cameron. If we can track that, if that's going to move to Van Buren. probably, if it forms even more into like a big supercell, it may, but I think it's just gonna stay the way it is. Probably get a little bit bigger, but it may clip the west side near the state line of Oklahoma and Arkansas near 40, and then near downtown Fort Smith. But it's just some light stuff forming. There may be some little small heavy pockets or so, but it's not intense of what some of our area is getting right now, but just some light stuff just starting to form. Nothing severe at the moment. We'll definitely keep you posted. You're under tornado watch, so we will definitely keep you posted. Looks like there's a little bit of hail too forming on it, and there's some pockets of wind. So I'm gonna look at that. It's near Shady Point. That's just a little bit north of Highway 120, just northwest of Cameron. 20 to 25 miles an hour winds on that. If we can put a radar track on that. That looks to be pushing off to the north. Slightly northeast. So I don't think that's going to hit Van Buren too much. Probably may clip the state line, but probably not. So you're welcome, Colton. Just said thank you, but we're going to definitely keep an eye on that. And we'll definitely keep an eye if anything forms to the south near Scott County and southern Sebastian, near Sugarloaf Mountain Range in this area. We'll definitely keep an eye. It looks like the tornado warning was canceled, which is good. Still Ozark's about to get a little bit of clip, and there's some strong winds on the south side near Webb City moving through. That may miss it. That is going to miss Ozark. That's moving to the south, but as you can see, that's just south moving northeast. But there is some heavy rain about going to clip Ozark for just a few minutes or so. The strong winds are around 35 miles an hour near Webb City, moving to Whitaker Village, which is a good thing. Still a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Johnson County. This goes until 7:15. I think they should cancel warning because it's moving out, which is a really good thing. It didn't take up too much of the warning, which is also a good thing too. So that looks like it's starting to form into a little line. Gonna move to our northeast. So now we gotta watch for little kinks in the radar sometimes. So near northwest of Ozark and on Highway 23, just north of the interstate, there's some winds. Look here around 35 miles per hour. And then as we go up to near Cass, there's some very heavy rain, but the winds are there probably on around the 10 to 15 mile per hour mark. Quite a big cell that has developed. Let's go to northwest Arkansas. That warning was dropped. The winds no longer what they were earlier. Still probably around the 40 mile an hour mark, but it's moving to Gravin, Decatur right now, and nothing too big right there. So overall, our storms are starting to move just to the northeast of our area. We still got some development out here near Poteau and South Saw, Stigler. We still got that cold front line to go, which is still out here, and that'll probably be mainly a damaging wind risk. So once that moves through, but once all this moves through, where it's going to clear out, tomorrow's going to be nice and sunny, highs into the mid 60s. Christmas parade in Lavaca is going to look good, nice and sunny. Temperatures should be hold out for that parade. Should hold out around the low to mid. Around the low to mid 50s. So nice weather after this. You may be surprised if you wake up. Don't be surprised if you see a clear sunrise tomorrow, because it's just gonna move out really fast. But it may seem like it lasts forever, but it's not. So Ozark's starting to get that little clip. Literally, the edge is just moving through. So we just got a question from Austin Bowler. Just anything coming towards Dyer. Where's Dyer at? Let's see. Looks It's up on my map, quick. Dyer is. Towards Dyer. Austin Bowler, where's is Dyer in Northwest Arkansas? Is that a Northwest Arkansas town? I feel like that's a Northwest Arkansas town. Somewhere up here. Or is that Scranton? Okay. Scranton, Arkansas. So now we're looking for Scranton. Okay, so that's near Clarksville out here. Doesn't look to be anything right there right now. Looks like so we can go back. There hasn't been anything. There's nothing coming towards Scranton right now. Definitely keep you posted if there is something. If something does come towards Scranton. Dyer's around Alma. I should have known that. Oh, Dyer. Oh, I should have known that. Let's see. So the stuff's passed right now. There's probably a few more developments like these are gonna keep moving through, as you can see. But we were gonna keep an eye on that for sure, especially for these kinds of cells. If any of these develop out here, we're gonna need to keep an eye on it because those could be super cellular and could have that tornado potential. But nothing out there too major. Probably some light rain. Nothing out like what Cass and Yale got. Ozark, just North Ozark, seeing some pretty heavy rain. Cass right now on Highway 23, they're seeing winds up to near 30 miles an hour. Very, very heavy rain. Yeah, up near in the mountains. Yeah, if we can turn that off real quick. Yeah, that's just in the rural area, so that's pretty good to know. Not tracking. I think they should be. I think they should allow this warning to be canceled. Not seeing anything else out of that in that particular zone, but I am seeing a little bit of strong winds here. Probably significant weather advisory. Last week. Oh, let's see. There's a little spot right there. What is that doing? It's nothing too major right there. That's good. Nothing too major. It looks like a little tiny flying foam out here. Some severe thunderstorms out here in central Oklahoma. Looks like some more storms are going to be forming. Nothing too major right now, which is pretty good. We do not need a repeat of April 13th. That was insane. But if you are out here near Spiro, Fort Coffee, Pensacola, Hackett, Cameron, Shady Point, Keota, Tamaha, McKee, Salisaw, heavy rain's gonna be affecting those areas. Not seeing anything severe, not even some strong winds too. Probably some winds, probably maybe up to the 15-20 mile an hour mark, but nothing too major. Oh, there's a little bit of hail signature right there, and it's probably a little small. It's probably like pea-size hail. That's near Brushy, just to the southwest of Brushy. It's just northwest of Highway 59. Pretty good storms moving through the northern Haskell, northern scattered parts of LaFleur, and then Sequoia. Got some near southwest 8 Air, and then through Cherokee. Or is that Delaware? I think that's still, no, that's Cherokee. And you got some moving through northwest Benton, and then moving through scattered stuff near Delaware County. But overall, most of these storms right now aren't severe, except that one, which we'll keep an eye on that one for a little bit. But for the most part, we still gotta wait. We're waiting for this cold front line to move through, and that should have pretty good widespread damaging winds could be possible with that. So that looks to be all that's going on at the moment. Nothing severe in the local area. We're watching that one. We'll keep you posted on that one on our Instagram at LHS_weather, and then you can follow us there. You can and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notifications, so when we do come back on the air, you'll know what's going on. You'll know when to hit that notification and then get back onto our live stream. But there's nothing too major going on right now that I'm seeing. Still watching this move through northeastern Franklin County on Highway 23. It's starting to gain some strength. It's going to keep moving on towards the northeast, the northeast, with the winds around the 40-mile-per-hour mark, and it is showing some hail up to near a quarter size. And it's showing a little bit of rotation too. Okay, so that's starting to rotate up in the atmosphere. Let's see, so I want to keep it on. So before we get off the air, I want to keep my eye on this real quick. This is to the north of I-40, just north of Whitaker Village and northeast of Ozark. This is showing some rotation, different tilts of the radar. So that'll be up near 9 and 14, between 9,000 and 14,000 feet. So we need to keep an eye real quick on there. If we can go to the 3D analyzer. Yeah, I think that just weakened off. I'm gonna wait for another scan for those different tilts. So if we can analyze that 3D maybe, or want to do just 2D 3D. Let's see, I'm gonna do that wide enough. Let y'all see this real quick. Alright, so this is our 3D analyzer right here. And it's a pretty good looking thunderstorm too. You can see where that strong part of that storm is if we can zoom in there. Now let's see if we can find our base velocity or our winds. So that's where our strongest winds are in the storm, are up here. Nothing too significant rotating, which is good. But I don't think it's going to produce too much. Let's see where that rotation. Yeah, there's just different pockets up there rotating. So, and wait, that's kind of defined right there with that rotation coming into that main base. So if we can. That's kind of rotating a little. It looks to be kind of rotating right there a little bit. So that would be like right here. just north of I-40. So I need to keep an eye right there for just a second or so. Yeah, I need to keep an eye on that. Nothing too major. I don't think you're going to issue a tornado warning on that one soon because that does not show too much rotation. Let's see. Oh, so there's some storm. Let's see. Oof. No spam wars, please. Just here to forecast. Alright, so Colton, looks like there is a new cell developing. That's moving. This is near Arcoma, near Fort Smith. We're going to move into Van Buren, so I'm going to let you know now that's heavy rain. Possible about to going to move through Van Buren probably the next 10 to 15, around 5 to 10 minutes or so. And there's nothing severe on this. No winds, no hail. Probably just some heavy rain and a little bit of lightning. So that's all. So that's all we're gonna be looking for, Colton. So this may clip Van Buren. This little area will clip it. We're gonna see if any more development continues to move on, any more eastward development. So as it moves to our northeast, it's going to be continuing to like develop. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. But just keep an eye on this. We're going to keep an eye on this for you, Colton, there, Van Buren. So as this moves off to the northeast. Looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for northern Johnson and southwestern Newton counties until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Probably with this line right here. Just if you can just see the very heavy rain, just to the east of Cass, and some strong winds too, up to near 45 to 50 miles per hour. This is moving towards Yale. Towards Yale, Pettigrew, up in those areas near Highway 16, and it's just to the east of Highway 23. So in these areas right here, just stay alert, and we'll watch for kinks in the radar to make sure nothing else happens. Some other storms forming out here near Haskell, Sequoia counties. This big cell has been going on for a while. It developed up here near it developed here near Heavener a while ago. If we can go back all the way, yeah, it developed. So this little cell turned into that. And how much time? In literally 3 hours. So that's kind of crazy. So as the pressure continues to drop, dew point continues to rise a little bit. That's just fueling our thunderstorm risk, so we will need to keep an eye on that for a little bit. This is actually moving out of our area, but we still keep an eye on this heavy rain moving on the south side of town near 271 and near Zero Street. It's near Phoenix and 255 near Rogers and Grand Avenue. Up highway, up US 70, up Business 71, near 64. You go, Awesome Bowler. It's like a big spam war. I don't know what caused it. I don't know. Sparked it. Thunderstorms. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. Okay, so that looks to be coming to Let's see if we can pin track that. Oh man, did that wrong. And let's see. So that's going to be moving towards the east side, the west side of Van Buren. It's going to be near Pina and Cedarville. So those are the main areas you're going to see that. And this looks to be developing into a cell. Van Buren should get the eastern Van Buren should get a clip, the edge and clip on this if it doesn't develop. Keep developing to the east like it is right now, but we were going to keep an eye on it and make sure that this doesn't develop into anything serious. Cade and Osmo are going at it. I don't know why. Oh, if I could pull up the Fort Smith, I can. If I tried to do that, this thing would just crash. We took a big hit here at the station. Now everything is slow, sadly. We still got the severe thunderstorm warning. Some very heavy rain. And then we got all this stuff out here near Southall, Brent. And then we got this line developing out here. Oh, looks like some damage reports out here. One dead tree fell on a parked car. I feel bad for that insurance company Monday morning. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so Van Buren is going to get clipped by this. Colton, if you're still on the air, we're still watching this. Looks like this heavy cell is going to be moving into Van Buren probably the next 5 minutes or so. So just a heads up. This has some heavy rain. I don't think there's too much winds. Probably only up to 15 miles per hour. There's no hail on it either that I've seen it. But just some heavy rain, lightning. That's all it's going to be, Colton. And then just it'll move out probably it'll move out within like 5 minutes or so. So nothing too much major. We got a big old mess of rain moving through eastern Oklahoma right now. That one cell moving through downtown Fort Smith, about to move to Van Buren. This is near Central Moss, just northwest of the airport. Moving near Rogers, Kelly, Grand. Let's see, that's near Rogers. Old Greenwood Road would be right here, and then that's just past exit 8 and exit 9 and 7. No, that's past exit 8 and 10. And then this move probably very heavy rain in downtown Fort Smith right now. I bet. Yeah, very heavy rain. So this is moving to the Rogers. I feel bad for the people in Rogers. Some very heavy rain. And this is definitely going to be, this is moving out to move through Van Buren too. So if you're in Van Buren right now, just watch out for some very heavy rain, some lightning too. Haven't seen any wind or hail on it, which is a good thing. Haven't seen any rotation either, which is a really good thing because we do not need a tornado to develop in a 80,000 populated city, nor a 20,000 populated city either. Okay, so that's what I'm tracking. It looks like another clip behind this one too. That's near Fort Coffee, near 271, near 271. That's near exit 13, near 14 too, near the casino. Looks like just the west south saw is a pretty good storm. moving to the northeast and moving in through McKee. Okay, looks like some more action starting to fire up here. You need to keep an eye, make sure that doesn't develop into a supercell either. Just that's on Highway 59 near Tallahena or Rich Mountain near Tallahena. No, that Tallahena's right there. That's Rich Mountain, and then that's Queen Wilhelmina State Park is going to be right there. Is Mina Black Fork. So it looks like it's about to move through Van Buren in the next several minutes. We'll definitely keep an eye on this too. Alright, so this is now near exit 3. Near 876. Is it exit 6? It's either 6 or 5 near there. So that's 6 and there's 5. And then, yeah. So that's near exit 5 near Kelly Highway. And then that's about to move through Van Buren. In the middle of Van Buren. So we will need to keep an eye on that too. Ooh. What else with this stuff? So this is nothing too major moving through, which is good. Except this thunderstorm about to move through Van Buren. It's going to dump some heavy rain. There's no hail, no wind. It's about really on top of Van Buren right now. About to be. And another cell just developed near Arcoma on 271. That's near Phoenix Street. Looks like another one just developed. Another very tiny cell developed. That's going to be moving through the Walmart Supercenter on Western Greenwood. Center Street, Highway 10. Checking that one. Big storm moving through that area, and it looks like some small hail, possibly. Here's some small hail on the northwest side. Moving through the northwest side of Van Buren too, near Arena. So this is starting to produce into a strong storm too. So we'll need to keep. So we're keeping an eye on that one too as it moves off to the northeast. That isn't severe, but but it could turn into a significant weather device storm soon, so we'll make sure that is. We're about to go off the air for just a little bit with nothing severe, but here is a wrap-up overview of what's going on right now. We got strong storms about moving through the area. We had this severe thunderstorm move through Sebastian, Franklin, Johnson. Now it's moving through Madison County. Strong storm looks to be moving through Van Buren right now. We're about to move to the northeast near Arena, Highway 59, Cedarville, Rudy, near Mountainburg, near Crawford County. We got more storms developing to the south near downtown, and we got more cells developing to in Sequoia County and Adair and Cherokee. And we got another cell near Greenwood. This near the Walmart Supercenter on Highway 71 and Highway 10, West Greenwood. And we got some developing near Queen Wilhelmina State Park. And we got this whole line to go through by 11 p.m. So any more warnings get issued soon with this storm or any of these storms. We have more development out here. I will definitely hop on the air and let you know. I'm Austin Nagel from the Lavaca High School weather team. Have a safe evening, and let me and email me, drop message me if you need anything or have any questions. I will see